Hey guys, Black Omen here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into this week's episode, last week's or 2 weeks, I don't know. The last episode I think, was pretty good, considering we had a bit of a 1 week break in between because of everything else going on down in Texas. Now with this episode, it was pretty interesting. It's pretty up there in terms of favorite episodes of this season so far. Now the episode starts out, we're seeing the whole battlefield, and it's the camera's kind of drawing closer and closer to the whale, and so we then see Jean, Ren, and Yang, and they're basically trying to find Oscar inside of the whale. And Ren basically says that his semblance upgraded and that he can sense people's emotions, but he doesn't quite know who is who. And Yang basically, is just like, oh, that's new. Then we go see that Oscar / Ozpin is on the ground, more or less in the fetal-ish position, and we see that he's, lying there. I don't know if it's because he's hurt, whatever the case is. Then Hazel comes into the room, and he's basically saying that he wants Oscar / Ozpin to more or less bring upon his djinn, and since he knows the password to summon her, he wants to see if he is bluffing, whether or not there's a question that is left to be answered. And being that the previous episode kind of left things in a way that maybe Hazel was going to try to find out what Salem is hiding, and it would be kind of a nice way to kind of have not much more a rehashing of the Lost Fable from Volume 6, but told from Salem's perspective, which would have been kind of nice to see. But unfortunately, that was not the case. When Jin was summoned, before that, Emerald walks in, kind of sees, trying to see what's going on. Then he summons Jin. Jin is like, hey, old man, recognizing him. And Hazel is basically, surprised that, there was, one thing left that could be asked. And he, as he says, all my questions have been answered. Jin goes back into the realm. And so he says that he wants to do what he thinks his sister would have done, and that's get, everyone out and get everyone safe. And so we have, he wants to get Oscar / Ozpin safe and out of the whale. So he's nowhere near Salem now. So they leave, and at the end of the scene, we see Neo has been hiding in the shadows, literally and figuratively. Now, it kind of left things in a way that, what is Neo going to wish for? How is she going to communicate? Is she going to do a sign language? Is she going to have a voice recorder on her scroll? We don't know. But it kind of left things in a way that is she going to use it for herself? Is she going to give it to Cinder? What is she going to do? We don't know. But hopefully, in this episode, we'll find out. And then we get back to Ren, Jean, and Yang. We then, they're basically just fighting off the Seers, which are kind of like Salem's security, security guards / security cameras that move, that kind of thing. So, we see Hazel and Emerald, walking down in a hallway, and Salem finds them, and they're kind of like, I don't know what to say because they're kind of trying to hide something from her, but Salem gets I guess alerted that there's more people here, and she scurries away to kind of find out what's going on. So then later on we see John, Ren, and Yang again, and this time they see Hazel and Emerald, and they get like all defensive, like ready to throw it out. Then he says, wait, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, turns into Oscar, which apparently when they were talking to Salem did not know that wasn't Hazel, that was actually Oscar, but Emerald was using her semblance on her. Ooh, damn. So then they end up finding Salem, and then Salem uses her I guess like her magic or whatever to try to incapacitate everyone else, and Yang does her best to try to fight her, which is absolutely useless because she cannot die no matter what you do. And so she gets Yang pinned down to the ground with the Grim that reached down and is holding her down, and Yang's all like, because of you I've lost people and I've lost things because of you. And to which Salem says, who? And then to which Yang replies, Summer Rose, my mother. Now here's a thing that I know a lot of people were kind of a little annoyed about. Now, had she been talking about both Summer Rose and her mom Raven, but they're not really like in speaking terms right now. But if you want to think about it in a certain way, she kind of, maybe in a way, lost her mother because of Salem, if you think about it, because the ultimate mission that Team Stark, if you want to, were involved Salem, and if it wasn't for Salem, she could have had somewhat of a normal relationship with her mother, but that's not the case. There are some people that could argue that had Yang actually listened to her mother and stuck around for her when she told her everything that she knew, they could have been on better terms. But unfortunately, once again, that is not the case. But things happen. What are you gonna do? But when she said that to Salem, she was only talking about Summer Rose. Then to which Salem replies, her again. Because there are certain little hints that are being dropped around this season. Because Summer Rose was mentioned for the first time in a long time back in Volume 7 when Ruby and Crow were talking. And, she kind of give like little bits and pieces here and there. And then in Volume 7, when they kind of come not face to face, but Salem, she mentioned something about Summer Rose, but not really, because Ruby said something to her, and she basically kind of like gave her a yo mama response. And that could kind of cause Ruby to kind of like mentally, malfunction, because she's like freaking out because she doesn't know what to do. She mentioned her mother, and it kind of confirmed in her mind that her mother's dead because of Salem. But in this season, we see the Hound Grim, which then Ruby was and everyone else is fighting the Hound Grim. Ruby uses her Silver Eye power on the Hound Grim, and more or less it reveals that there is a Silver Eye warrior underneath that grim exterior, leading to believe that some people might think that Summer Rose may be alive in some form. You know, whether she is being used for an experiment for Salem and making Summer Rose into one of a Hound Grim kind of type situation. Or there's another possibility where, much like with Cinder, like she has an arm that is like Grim arm. She could in fact be alive looking like a normal person, but like have like grim body parts, you know, could be much like Cinder, Salem, where, you know, she could have just dipped her whole entire body in that black grim pool and making Summer Rose much like, you know, Salem, but we'll have to find out and see. So anyway, there is a showdown between Hazel and Salem. Now, being that Hazel has kind of explained that he tried to fight Salem and he killed her over and over again, to which it did not work. So, at this point, he knows he cannot win, but he wants to fight her again anyway as a form of distraction to get everyone out there. It's Ozpin and Oscar. They decide to stay behind because he basically says that if they leave, or if he leaves, Salem's gonna come right after her and look for him. And so basically he helps Hazel fight her off. And we get the conclusion at the end where he uses his magic and he's holding her to all he can. And there's a blast. And then it cuts to the credits. What a cliffhanger! Which now leads to today's episode, to which is called Ultimatum. Now, it features a picture of Ironwood making a fist. Now, I don't know if Ironwood is going to have an ultimatum between RWBY or Oscar / Ozpin. You know, who knows? There is going to be some yes or no answer that's going to have to be answered. So let's get into this. Oh my God! It's like shoving ice in my ears. Oh. All right. Now. Okay. Now here's the thing. They have a warning on the screen here that says, "Warning: this content contains flashing lights which may potentially affect photo-sensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised." Which, thankfully, I am not one of them. For those of you who are sensitive to flashing lights and what have you, please be aware that there will be some flickering and flashing of lights. Now, before we start, I am parched. Woohoo! I am thirsty. All right. All right. One more time. We're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, go. Contains photosensitive, flashing lights, and what have you. I've been hearing a lot of good about this episode. I am excited for this, so let's see what happens. Bye to all the things we love. The life it was not enough. Everything left our solitude, our carefrees. That's the childish dream. On the minds. Hope has no place here. Sunrises. I love doing that. Let's go. Let's go. We've got Ironwood.
Sir, we have confirmation that Dr. Watts has escaped military headquarters to go seeking to Cinderfall. We do have Jacques Schnee in custody.
I don't give a damn about Jacques Schnee. What about the other two?
Sir, Bronwyn and Hill have evaded capture. But we are monitoring every exit, so they must still be inside the compound.
We're moving you to another...
Oh.
Damn it!
Oh, shit.
Search everywhere for them. Do not return to this office until you have Pro Bronwyn in custody.
Of course, sir.
Jailbirds have escaped the cage. And Ironwood is freaking out.
What's the status of our...
Oh! What the fuck? Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god, wow. Wow. Oh my god. And boom goes the dynamite. And there's Neo! Holy moly.
Is everyone all right?
No injuries here.
What?
They were still inside.
Oh. Mara.
Target destroyed. Good work. But no time to celebrate. Return to the academy at once. We've got a new problem.
That's for sure.
But that wasn't us.
Take the credit, dude. Just take the credit.
Then we can tell him in person. Load it back up. We're leaving.
Alright, hold on. Pause for 1 second here. Pause. Okay. Now, being that everything is all exploding now, it's going to lead us to believe that, Hazel, Ozpin, Oscar, Jean, Ren, and Yang, I don't think they fared out too well, but hopefully, they made it at least safely enough where they're not directly impacted by everything being big old kaboom. I'm guessing that they did get far away enough that maybe they're just impacted by the shockwave of it all. Let's 3, 2, 1, and go.
Did Did anyone respond?
No.
Well, she'll come back. In the interim, we need a plan.
Plan? The plan hasn't changed. I'm going to rip the maiden power out of Penny Polendina. Because you're going to bring her to me.
I beg your pardon?
You said in your message that you have control over Penny.
That's why she got him.
I said I had Penny under control, not that I could telekinetically force her to do whatever I want.
What?
I implanted a virus in her, you dimwit. She's on the set path now. At least she should be. As much as I hate to admit it, there seems to be some part of her capable of resisting. Regardless, it's only a matter of time before her mechanical body succumbs
Good over
to the
evil, dude.
virus. She'll open the vault, then she'll destroy herself, and our little Penny problem will be over.
Oh.
She'll destroy herself. How am I supposed to take her power if she's dead?
You know, it's impressive that you haven't realized this yet, but I don't work for you. Please, you can't just threaten me like everyone else.
You think you're so clever, don't you, Arthur?
Salem sent you to bring me back.
Salem isn't here right now. But I think we can still come up with a plan while she's pulling herself together. First, I'm gonna watch you plummet to an unremarkable end. And then I'm going to burn a path directly to the vault, where I will wait to tear that magical puppet to pieces. And take what is mine.
Oh, of course you are. Because that's just what you do, isn't it? How has that worked out for you? You stormed into Freya's room thinking you could take on Ironwood's top fighter and war machine. But you couldn't. And that machine became the Winter Maiden. Oh, and let's not forget your deal with Raven Bronwyn. Get all your enemies in one place so you'd have a shot at revenge. If only someone could have warned you against such a miserable idea. Oh, wait. I did. But you pushed ahead and you lost it when all you had to do was your job. You think you're entitled to everything just because you've suffered, but suffering isn't enough. You can't just be strong, you have to be smart.
Thank you.
You can't just be deserving, you have to be worthy. But all you have ever been is a bloody migraine.
Yes. I'm gonna pause. Round of applause for Arthur Watts for saying what we've all been thinking collectively. That is like the hardest truth that has ever hit Salem. And I say thank you. Round of applause all around. All right, resume. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, well, they're alive. That's good.
Blake?
Yang, are you
Aw.
okay? Where are you?
Yeah, we're fine. Is everyone there all right?
We're alive. This'll help, though. Guys, they're okay.
What do we do about her?
Hazel?
I'm sending you a map. You're in the agricultural area. Just head to this access point to reach the Red Line subway tunnel. Then follow the route I've drawn for you.
Got it. We'll see you soon.
Oh.
You can't be serious. You want us to work with her?
I'm just saying it makes the most sense. We're all enemies of Salem, including her.
No, I'm with Blondie. You don't like me, I don't like you. So how about we just part ways and you never have to see me again?
You're not going anywhere. Not after everything you've done.
We can't let all of our actions stem from fear. If she could help us, I think we should consider it.
She is part of the reason I have this. I'm not going to just forgive her. Everything that happened at Beacon, she lied to us, tricked us. She is dangerous.
You don't have to forgive her. You have every reason to feel that way. Just maybe give her a second chance. We've already gotten quite a bit of help today from someone we don't exactly trust right now.
Do you mean Ozpin?
Oh.
I had a feeling.
Wait,
Oz
what?
is back?
I know how you feel, but he saved my life. And when we were tortured, he took it. So I wouldn't have to.
Wow.
He entrusted me with this, and the massive amount of power he had stored up in it. Kinetic energy that he spent lifetime after lifetime accumulating in the cane he built.
So that's how you did that? Using all of the stored up power?
Not all, but most. We have to be careful with how we use the rest. He trusted my judgment, and it saved us. I want to reciprocate that trust. There's a lot to sort out, but Oz really wants to help.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh, crying baby.
All of Atlas is down here.
I've seen what you can do, Emerald. However this fight ends, we could really use someone like you.
I mean, yeah, she does have a pretty good semblance. That'll come in handy.
It's about time. While we dealt a decisive blow to Salem today,
Actually, that wasn't our payload, sir. I brought it back with us.
then who could have... But you still have it. This may be useful. Penny still hasn't come to the vault, meaning Watts was either incompetent or he betrayed us. At this point, we'll never know. Cinderfalls attack command and escape with him. And that's not all we've lost.
Sir?
Crow and Robin have also escaped. Salem's creature was destroyed. But that doesn't mean we've stopped her. She will return, and she will throw everything she has at us until there is nothing left. And we are perilously close to that already. I need the Winter Maiden now. It's the only way Atlas can survive. Schnee, bring me Ark, Ren, and Shaolong.
What for, sir?
I had Crow in my hands, and I didn't do what needed to be done. I will not make that mistake again. I know. I'm ashamed I didn't think of it earlier. Leveraging the lives of her friends is the only way to make Penny listen to reason.
Sir,
Pause.
I'm...
Okay. So, from the sounds of it, it sounds like Ironwood is going to basically use Ren, Yang, and John as basically bait on a hook and lure the little fishy, in this sense is Penny, to kind of come to, you know, the rescue and try to get her to stay with Ironwood. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I think we'll see. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Sorry, but we don't have them. Operative Schnee let them go.
You...
Oh,
What?
shit.
Winter allowed them to go on board the creature to rescue their friend. And they never came back.
They were our last chance. Now I have
Oh, Big Daddy is angry.
Sir, we are detecting non-military ships on radar. Dozens of them.
ships. Whose ships?
They appear to be Schnee Dust Company freighters, sir. They're heading straight for Mantle.
Weiss. I see. They're trying to save Mantle. This has always been about Mantle, hasn't it? I need to make a call.
Your boss wants you dead, but you were without this.
Who is it? Did someone survive?
If you want her name, you know what you owe me. Got a new music too.
I missed you too.
Oh. Bring on the bumblebee ships. Oh. All right, hold on. Pause. Okay, this is a cute moment, and I love this. But I just want to point out something that I thought was kind of cute, kind of interesting. Yang's eyes are purple, which is kind of Blake's color. Her color is like black and purple. Blake's eyes are yellow. That is. Oh my god! How did I miss that? How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Oh my god. That is adorable. That is adorable. Let's continue. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Where's Nora?
Oscar, you...
No, she's okay. I can...
Kids, the cargo ships you sent just made it, but they're not alone.
May? What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Run! Everyone into the bay!
Were those?
This is an emergency CCT broadcast.
Ironwood. Oh, he's taken out. Oh no.
What's going on?
Those ships, they were going to save people. Why were...
I have always promised to defend this kingdom, its technology, its future, from those who would see it destroyed. Our enemy is crippled, but one individual still denies Atlas its salvation. The protector of Mantle. Penny, wherever you and your friends are, I need you all to listen. I know how much Mantle means to you, so I'm going to give you a choice. You can bring yourself to Atlas Academy and do your duty. Help me save as much of Atlas as I can, and Mantle will be left to fend for itself. Or you can all watch as I destroy it. I have one ball. That's all it will take. If there is no Mantle, then there is no reason for you not to work with me. Neither of us wanted to come to that. But one of us is willing to do it.
If anyone tries anything other than what I've ordered, Mantle is gone.
You have 1 hour to respond. I hope you live up to the title I gave you.
Oh, snap. Oh my god. Oh. Damn. Oh, wow. Alright. Okay. Well, that was holy shnikes. That was amazing. Well, let's take this out of my ears. Now, being that Ironwood, basically put it out there that the bomb that wasn't used to destroy the Grimm, is basically going to use to destroy Mantle, which is holy batshit crazy, because Ironwood is gone. Like any semblance of him that you knew before Volume 6, 7, is gone. So he's going to take that bomb that was not used, and he's going to basically destroy Mantle if they do not comply with his orders. If you think the way he is, it in a way it does make sense, but it is like one of those like I have nothing else to lose at this point, and so basically he's going to, because they want to save everyone. You know, Team RWBY, everyone, Penny, they want to save both Atlas and Mantle. Which unfortunately cannot be done. Understandably, it cannot. So basically we just see here that the Grimm exploded and went all kablooey because of the magic of Ozpin. Presumably, Hazel is dead. That is almost definitively safe to say. I mean, I didn't really have that much of a strong liking towards Hazel, but the last episode really brought it to the forefront of like, holy shit, he is a great character. He definitely has had like a whole lot of potential that he could be, could have been used for. But unfortunately, he that whole scene towards the end reminded me of that scene in Dragon Ball Z where Goku is holding his brother Raditz and Piccolo, ironically enough, voiced by Christopher Sabat, who does the voice of Arthur Watts, uses his special beam cannon to not only take out Raditz, but also Goku in the process. That's basically kind of what happened there, but unfortunately, Salem is still alive in some way, shape, or form. She's going to, I don't know, regenerate or whatever she does. So, Ironwood is basically just seeing it as a success, but then he finds out later that it was not, in fact, it was not because of the bomb. It was because of Ozpin. Now here's the thing that I'm kind of thinking about. Had they just told them that it was the bomb that did it, and they could have just, if they knew that Ironwood was going to be using the bomb to potentially wipe out all of Mantle. If they knew that, I personally think they should have just been like, yeah, mission accomplished. High fives all around. But no, because Winter basically says that no, it was not because of us. So then Ironwood uses that to his advantage. So to kind of use that towards his ultimatum that we find out at the end of this episode here. Man. Now, see, the thing is with Emerald, I do kind of agree. I'm kind of torn on this one because on the one hand, she could come in hand and be very useful because her semblance, she can use that shit on Ironwood and totally just fuck him up. I know that, but the thing is, I think even Ironwood would probably, I don't know. I think Emerald would be a very valuable asset for them to use for whatever may come to them in the next couple episodes. Now, this is episode 10. There's, I guess, 11, 12, 13, 14, I can count. 14 episodes, so there's technically 4 left. We are hitting towards the downhill portion of this goddamn emotional roller coaster, and we are, man, with all these breaks that we've had, it makes the season feel longer than it actually is. I really don't know what they're gonna do, because on the one hand, Ironwood wants Penny to kind of help and defend Atlas and protect the relic, but I think ultimately it's someone, I don't know who, but someone is going to get their hands on the relic, and it's going to shit is going to hit the metaphorical fan. Well, I'm going to put a pin in that one, and that is, I can't wait for next week's episode. It's going to be a doozy. So thank you everyone for watching. Follow me on Twitter at BlackOmen10. I am going to. I'll see you guys in the next one.